This video is to expose the extreme ideology about the fat acceptance movement, of how people seem to think it's extremely healthy for you and it's normal in a way. It's not. It's not healthy. It doesn't have the merit of healthiness. It decreases your lifespan, and it should not be so great as to be celebrating as an achievement. Oh, it's so great, I've achieved obesity. It's not. It has no merit to that. Let's get into it. For example, this video is about plus size people thinking it's not their fault.
I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. Everyone was so happy for me. I hated myself. I hated the way I looked. I hated why I did, why I exercised, and things like that. And so I made the conscious decision of, my parents are not gonna be supportive, or maybe they won't like it. My community, the Korean community, is gonna be really disappointed that there's a fat Korean walking around the world. But it was a choice for me to say, well, I don't wanna work out 8 hours a day every day and hate what I look like to be skinnier, so I'm gonna let myself eat more than a quarter cup of white rice today.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, that lady is seriously missing the point. You don't need to starve yourself. Eat controlled portions of meat and any other things. Just eat healthy. Control your portions and you'll be fine. And you don't need to do brutal exercise. Just be active and you'll have a good balance in your weight. That's simple.
This is your friendly fat reminder to tell you that this right here, actually, it's not called a fupa. This is a belly. And I'm a big bitch who weighs over 300 pounds, and I happen to have a big belly. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with being fat.
I totally agree with this one, at least. I mean, that's fine. That's just a fat belly. It's not extreme. It's not the most healthiest of bodies, but it's also not extreme in a way that it will immobilize her. So it's not that healthy. We cannot say it is, but there's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not obese, I'm a plus-size, curvy lady.
Do you find the term obese offensive?
I find it very offensive.
Yeah.
Why do we have to be labelled with that word?
You're classified as obese. How does that make you feel when you hear that?
It doesn't offend me. I think it's how you take on words and labels. I like the term plus size. I feel proud, I feel confident. It's who I am and I embrace who I am.
You feel like you're in full health?
I feel, for the weight I am and the way that I look at the moment, I feel comfortable with the way I am. I don't think it should just be targeted at plus-size girls.
You know, you can be confident in who you are, you can love yourself, that is no problem. I'm all for it. But after a certain point, for men and for women, if you are above a certain percentage of body fat, it is very likely that you are going to run into some very significant health problems. It's been proven time and time again.
Well, he said it. I mean, science is science. If you're overweight, you're obese. If you're obese, you're unhealthy. That's just a fact. That's science. That's human biology. The bigger you are, the unhealthier you actually are. Now, love yourself by all means. Be happy. Do whatever you want. It's your life after all. But don't celebrate obesity. It's not something to be celebrated.
So in 1 month, you only lost 9 pounds.
Christian and I have been fighting a lot.
But if you use that as an excuse to overeat, then you're never gonna lose weight. So at this time, I'm canceling your weight loss surgery.
I have to lose more weight now.
I hate you for doing this to me, Christian. You're costing me my weight loss surgery and you're ruining everything!
No.
Damn it, Christian, stop! Mom! Christian everything up at the doctor's office! Here, my mom wants to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you.
I don't see why we're having issues now. And I know living with Maya, I'm sure it's not easy. But if you could just cooperate a little bit longer, I don't see how it's going to hurt you, and it will benefit her.
No, you know what? Whatever.
To give you some context about that video, that is a doctor that has a show called My 600 Pound Life or something in that direction, and this is so wrong on her part. I mean, how can you blame somebody for your overeating, unhealthy lifestyle? Everybody is responsible for their own decisions and own life. So that was wrong of her to blame it on him. He's not the one that needs a surgery to save her life. Let's be honest. And secondly, it is her own fault that she's in that position. She cannot go now and phone her mom and put everything on him. Even if he enables that amount of eating, it's still her own responsibility. Nobody else's in the entire world except her own.
Every time he leave me alone, he always tell me he miss it. He wanna.
The comments on that video were so positive, so positive. But can you take a second to imagine what the comments would be like if that was a fat person eating a burger on TikTok? If you're ever curious if fat phobia exists, go find a video like that of a fat person eating a burger. Check out the comments.
Yeah, she's right. Everybody's positive on skinny people that eats food. Yeah, that's fine. That's normal. That's what people find attractive. It's simple biology of people seeking better fit people. And people that leaves those type of comments of being wrong in fat people's comments is because inherently it is not positive to be eating that much. Okay, in the next one is the worst of all, and then I'm ending the video afterwards.
So I'm big on fat shaming. Now, of course, this movement of fat acceptance is all across social media. And there is this woman who is, I guess, a fat representative. Her name is Samira Miller. She's got 1.5 million followers, by the way. So there is, yeah, definitely a following for being openly fat. And
Candace, if you're going to try to degrade me, at least say my name correctly. Samira. You know, I watched your whole 6-minute, 23-second violent discriminatory rampage toward me and other fat people. And all I have to say is, I feel sorry for you. But I mean, I feel sorry for anyone whose sense of self-worth is found in a relentless pursuit of proximity to whiteness. But Candace, this message is not for you. This message is for Congress. This message is for our federal lawmakers. Fat phobia is real. Discrimination based on weight is real. It should be illegal. It should be criminalized. And Candace Owens is just one example. But fat phobia, it permeates every single structure of our society. Healthcare, education, entertainment, just to name a few. And it also lies at the intersection of other identities that are already federally protected from hate and bias. So why aren't fat bodies protected? Well, it's because it will require you lawmakers to face your own fat phobia, to unlearn your own fat phobia. And I guarantee if any of you spent just even 1 minute to understand the racist, sexist, classist, ableist history of the BMI, of other fat politics, you would understand why fat people need protection. So if you truly care about human rights, about protecting people from hate and bias, then you would understand why fat phobia should be illegal.
Yeah, she's missing the point. Candace Owens pointed out the fact that being fat or overweight or plus size, whatever term you want to use, either way, is unhealthy. That's the truth. That's biology. Being too fat is unhealthy. You drastically shorten your lifespan. That's a scientific fact. That's biology. Eat too much, get fat, clog your arteries, get heart disease, so on and so forth. So, the point is that I actually laugh with this lady is most politicians around the world and lawmakers are all fat. So, what she's talking about? Fat people, criticizing fat people is fat phobic? No. The thing is, all of them are fat. They're just trying to protect the normal people. The people that cannot control their eating habits. That's the fact. They're trying to protect the normal people. I mean, you eat too much, you get fat. I say that's unhealthy. You say I'm fat phobic. That's wrong. It's not sexist, it's not racist, it's a fact. Yeah, you don't go around and calling everybody fat, you're fat. No. It's trying to help you eat right, eat less, and then you'll actually lose some weight. That's simple facts. And you're going after Candace Owens and saying, yeah, she's fat phobic. No, she's stating facts. Facts that might upset you, but is the truth at the end of the day, being that it's unhealthy. Until next time.